Okay, think about the last meal you made. You know, the familiar sounds, the chopping, the sizzling in the pan. But what if I told you that some of the most common things in your kitchen have a secret and frankly dangerous side? We're about to uncover some truths hiding in plain sight.
You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. That split-second pause after you take a bite. And it's a way more important question than you might think, because believe it or not, the answer isn't always a simple yes.
And that's really the heart of it. We are not talking about some rare exotic foods from the other side of the world. We're talking about stuff you probably have in your fridge right now that can pose a serious risk if you don't handle it just right.
So if these dangers are just sitting in our pantries, how do we miss them so often? Well, it pretty much boils down to a false sense of security we've all developed.
See, in our modern world, we've learned to put a lot of trust in our food supply. You see a carton of milk, you just assume it's good to go. You bite into an apple, trusting that if it's edible, it must be harmless. But here's the thing. That trust can be a major blind spot, because nature's original rules, well, they still apply. And a dangerous food doesn't always give you a heads up with a weird smell or a funny color.
So to really get a handle on this, let's move from theory to reality. We're going to look at 7 super common foods, potential poisons that could be in your kitchen right now, and more importantly, how to make them safe.
Let's count them down.
First up, number 1, the humble potato. I mean, it's a staple in so many meals, right? But it has a dark side that literally shows its color. You see that greenish tint on a potato sometimes? That's not just a sign that it's unripe or something. It's a warning label from the potato itself. It means there's a buildup of something called solanine, which is actually a nerve toxin the plant makes to protect itself when it gets too much light.
The good news is the fix is super simple. Just be really diligent. Cut away any and all of those green spots and any sprouts too. And hey, if the potato looks more green than not, don't even think about it. Just toss it. It's not worth the risk.
Coming in at number 2, kidney beans. They're fantastic, a great source of protein, perfect for chili, but only when they are fully, and I mean fully, cooked.
So inside these little beans is a toxin called lectin, and it doesn't take much. Eating just a few undercooked kidney beans can pack enough of a punch to cause some really, really nasty food poisoning. So the crucial takeaway here is this: no shortcuts. And listen, a slow cooker on a low setting often won't get hot enough to destroy the toxin. You have got to boil them properly. Seriously, no exceptions on this one.
All right, number 3 is one that might make you do a double take, because we eat the fruit all the time. We're talking about apple seeds.
Okay, before you panic, accidentally swallowing a whole seed or two is not going to hurt you. The coating on the seed is tough enough to pass right through your system. The danger comes from crushed seeds. When they're crushed, they can release a compound that produces cyanide. So while you'd need to chew up a whole bunch to get sick, it's just a good habit to avoid eating the core altogether.
Number 4 is cassava, which you might know is the root that gives us tapioca. It's a staple food for millions of people around the globe, but there's a huge catch. If it's prepared the wrong way, it is dangerously toxic. And that is not an exaggeration. When it's raw, this innocent-looking root contains chemicals that your own body converts into cyanide. This is one of those food rules you just cannot afford to break. So how do you make it safe? It's a 2-step process, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. It has to be peeled, then soaked really well, and then cooked completely. That's what neutralizes the harmful compounds.
Number 5 is a classic, but it's one that we have to repeat because the consequences are just so severe, and that is wild mushrooms.
The problem is, Mother Nature has a few cruel tricks up her sleeve. A lot of deadly mushrooms look almost exactly like their delicious edible cousins. For an amateur, telling them apart is basically a life-or-death guessing game. So the rule here is simple, and it is absolute. Do not eat foraged mushrooms unless a seasoned, trusted expert has given you the 100% all clear. When in doubt, throw it out. It's just not worth it.
Number 6 is an interesting one because you're probably not going to find it at the supermarket, but it's an important distinction to know. We're talking about bitter almonds.
Yeah, these are not the sweet, snackable almonds we all know and love. They are a totally different variety, one that, a lot like apple seeds and cassava, contains cyanide-producing compounds. Now, they've been pretty much processed out of our regular food supply for safety, but it's a perfect example of how 2 foods that look almost identical can be wildly different.
And for our final item, number 7, we have rhubarb. This plant has a perfect split personality. The beautiful, vibrant stalks, they're delicious, they're tart, they're perfectly safe for pies and desserts. But those big leafy greens, nope, they are toxic. They're loaded with something called oxalic acid, which can cause kidney damage and a whole host of other serious health issues.
So after all those warnings, what's the big takeaway? The goal isn't to be afraid of food, not at all. It's about becoming a smarter and safer eater. Knowledge really is power.
It kind of forces us to rethink what healthy eating really is, you know? Because as it turns out, wellness isn't just about what you eat, it's about how you eat it. And just by learning this stuff today, that's what you've done. You've taken these potential kitchen hazards and turned them into simple, manageable knowledge. You're equipped now to make safer choices every single day. Of course, this is really just scratching the surface. It leaves us with a much bigger question, doesn't it? What other hidden rules and kitchen secrets are out there that everyone should know about? Something to chew on.